The next speaker we want to bring on tonight is a deputy political leader of the United National Congress. For me and many people of Trinidad and Tobago, he's our national hero. That's the man that took Trinidad and Tobago with football from Port of Spain to Germany and made us proud. The boss, that's it. The next speaker is a humanitarian politician. He loves people. And I tell you what, you know, the people love him. And if you really want to see the love, it's the same put on a dog of wine. My brothers and sisters, I want to introduce to you the Member of Parliament for Shogunas West, our national hero, Austin Jack Warner.
Thank you, Chairman. And my colleagues at the head table, and all you distinguished people who are here tonight, as far as the eyes can see, a lovely crowd. And imagine, of course, the weather is not good. I want to say to you, thanks very much. I want to make the point to you, however, that last Sunday, many more people like you were described by members of the UNC National Executive and by the party political leader, Mr. Pandey. They call you mob. Last Sunday, they call you, of course, thugs. Tim GYPSY call you hooligans. I want you to remember those descriptions, you know, because the time is coming very soon when they'll be asking, when they'll be asking the mob, their mob, for the vote. They'll be asking the hooligans for their vote. They'll be asking the thugs for their vote. Don't forget, last Sunday, in fact, they even accused me of bringing Muslims last Sunday. I told them by letter that I was bringing 400 observers from Shogunas West. I brought 600 from Shogunas West. Ramesh brought 6 or 5, I don't know, but we have about 1,500 persons here. And they accused me of bringing Muslims from Shogunas West. But I say, though, if even that were the case, it's not true, but if even that were the case, what is wrong with the Muslims? What is wrong with the Muslims? It's the same Muslims Mr. Pandey used to get into government. How suddenly all the Muslims is a bad word? So you see, I want you to understand what I know. As Gypsy said to you, Mr. Pandey has not become a desperate man. When I of course, I have never seen Mr. Pandey and Tim GYPSY and Barrett on so much media, morning, noon and night, as the past week. Whatever you do on the media, suddenly of course they get energy trying to sell propaganda to the people that the party is in good shape. The party is not. We went so far to get the obscene thing about Pandey's daughter to be kidnapped. I was in Denmark. When I saw that, I almost puked. Because I said to myself, how low can you go? Imagine 2 men talking in a car in Maracas on the beach. On the beach, eh? So the car go on the beach in Maracas. 2 men talking. And a fellow passing and hear them talk. So he's to go by the window. Once yet, the guy had only color the car, he had only car number. And what is bad? What is bad? You know James Philbert fall of course for this damn nonsense and say you'll give him security. I don't mind if Mr. Pandey wants to get sympathy, you know. He tried to get sympathy last Sunday when he said, of course, it's my fault, I love God. Nobody cried. Nobody cried because there was nobody there. And that didn't work. So the following morning, we talk about kidnap. So far in this country, There have been over 300 persons kidnapped.
And nobody never here.
Nobody never here. Nobody never here.
Nobody is.
Little Leah get kidnapped in Shawana's big main road. Nobody never here. Never see.
No security.
No security. But suddenly, Monday, after we show him a strength of 1,500 observers, he got again kidnapped. I say you have Tommy Joseph, you have Levy Joseph, and you have Basdale Joseph. You have Basdale Joseph. And they call you thugs. We had on Sunday over 1,500 people. We came inside the yard. They had Tim GYPSY, Bharat, Wade Mark, and Suraj. 4 men. And as was Spanish. And we did not push them down. The thugs and the hooligans and so on didn't push them down. We had 6 policemen. And those 6 policemen controlled 1,500 people peacefully that we left the yard and walk away and so on. And it was Subhash Pandey. I said that, I in Parliament. It was Subhash Pandey who of course fractured the child hand. It was Subhash Pandey. The child was holding of course a placard. And Subhash Pandey ripped it from her hand and fractured the hand. And he will pay. And they told you that we don't have observers at the congresses. So today, in all newspapers, you see an ad that shows you the Congress of last November. The Congress of last November with observers. With observers. A lot of empty chairs, of course. But observers. And you see that same Congress last November, children. Children. Look at here. And in case you don't see it, go back and check your papers today. Everyone is this ad of last November Congress. You see, facts are difficult things. But more important, pictures are pictures with 1,000 words. Look at here. So don't let Basdale Joseph fool you. Don't let him fool you. We have reached a point in this party, a point of no return. My dear colleagues and friends, this party will never be the same again. Never be the same again. Whether they put Ramesh as chief whip or chief belt, whatever they put him as, front bench or back bench, this party won't be the same again. You know why? Because all of you, throughout the length and breadth of this country, members of this party are saying, enough is enough. You heard of course Sylvester Ramkwa. You in a party where you pay dues, and for 20 years you never have an audit.
That one is shocking.
It's shocking you, eh? 20 years. You are in a party, you don't know who the signatories are. You don't know what are your assets or liabilities. You in a party, of course, where the youth arm and the women's arm have to be revitalized. You in a party where there is no party newsletter. You in a party where the party institutions are not functioning. You in a party where 13 men in a room made Mr. Pandey political leader 2 years ago. 2 years ago. You in a party where for 5 years they have held no elections. No elections. And they will say, of course, the whole elections after the local government election. So Mr. Manning must determine when this party fixes itself. Something has to be wrong. And therefore I say to you that this shall never be the same again. In fact, look at what has happened these past weeks. You remember, of course, Mr. Pandey had said he wrote Mr. Manning and asked for a meeting. Mr. Manning did it. Mr. Manning then asked Martin Joseph to sit with Dukaran to discuss crime. Dukaran and Martin Joseph met for 3 hours. They invited Pandey. You remember, of course, that Mr. Pandey had said that he wrote Dukaran a letter asking Dukaran for a meeting. Dukaran even acknowledged the letter. I'll say, it is over almost 2 months now, and Dukaran ain't take him on. Because Dukaran understands that he is